You might not see it if you're speeding by on the 5, but tucked between the freeway and the river is a slice of Los Angeles. This summer, I took the Riverside Drive exit to see Elysian Valley. I met with folks along a few blocks of Lake Avenue and the banks of the river to find out about Frogtown.
We just started laying this out this morning at breakfast at Astros, which is still there. We're saying, yes, oh, what about, oh, yes, oh my goodness, oh, I remember.
Yeah.
And we ended up with this report, this diagram, excited about, wait a minute, there's somebody who wants to hear the story.
Right.
That's incredible. It just made a difference to us.
Yeah. I guess it must have been in the early 60s. For some reason or another, something happened to the water in the LA River. All of a sudden, there were thousands, let's go millions of frogs. You could not step without at least crushing at least 10 frogs. And I guess the kids accepted or adopted the name Frogtown.
Just like one time in the river, you can hear a whole bunch of toads and bullfrogs.
Now you don't see any. It was barren and sandy and rocks. Then you had your few plants here and there, the water. But now it's a jungle. And you got everything down there, herons, fish. And I caught the biggest fish on record down there, buffalo carp.
You got a picture of that?
No, it's in the LA Times, 1960, but I didn't get credit for it. My older sister, me, the house that used to be there before the building, back in about 50.
So I was just asking them about Frogtown and what makes it special. And
the smell. Smell of the river. I don't know, it's just a certain scent to it. I would call it algae, I don't know. But the smell, every time I come down here and I smell the river at night, it's like I'm home. I'm home again. When you're going to bed, you can hear the trains and you just feel good. This is where you grew up.
What's it like to live here?
It's really fun. You can tell it's really old, and that's why I like it.
Okay.
When did you move here, Molly? What year? We moved here in 64.
Were you here before we moved, or did you move just a
No,
little
you were
bit
there
of-
first.
Maybe 2 or 3 years before you joined.
Here way before us.
We moved in I do believe it was in 51, 52, something like that. Yeah.
No.
So
Were the
we've been
concerts
here.
Something, huh?
That's 1960. I was born here.
So 65 years ago, I came here. 66 you came.
This picture was taken 22 years ago, and they had bought the house around that time. He scoped out the neighborhood, saw that there was a great park just a block away, and he also liked the proximity of the elementary school. There's one about a mile away, which is Alessandro, and then 10 blocks down is Doris Place, where we believe Marilyn Monroe also went to school.
Yeah.
So it's a
This is good school, that's why.
So Frogtown, Elysian Valley, is broken up into the park side and then the church side. So the church side, past I'd say like Doris Place, would be where there's a majority of the Chinese community. But that wasn't a factor though. He specifically chose this side because of the surroundings.
She wants to show you. Oh yeah, they could see it. The inside.
So she also has like tomatoes and these Chinese squash over there, and I'll swap veggies and such. She can take you over there too.
Yeah, she wants because we have the one land in there. Have the key could go in.
Yeah.
3 years.
Let's go back to the businesses because if you start from that end, we'll come back this way.
Alessandro, remember the river factory? Yeah.
Oh, yes. School.
Gotta remember Vandy camps. Cruise night.
Car hops.
So beautiful now.
Yeah, it's all gone.
I'm glad they didn't mind.
This is a factory next door here. This is taken, I was looking for buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Taken a little ways up on Blake Avenue, looking this way. This is the corner building that you can see what it looks like now, and this is what it looked back in the day. There were Italians already living in the area when we moved in. I don't know how long they'd been established here. To build these I-beam wagons or coasters on wheels and ride them on the riverbed on the side, diagonally. The frogs were here a long time ago, and because these little hoodlums decided to say that their name was Frogtown, it's unfortunate that the rest of us are afraid to accept the fact that it was Frogtown. Always has been Frogtown. So I like to try and get a bucket of them. And I don't know why the curb, but I do it on a curb, and I would like put them to sleep by massaging like they do with alligators. They just sleep.
What did you do? You rub them on their throat?
On their throat. You know, like see the alligator guy that does it, yeah, or whatever the trickster is. And I would try to see how many I could line up.
This was the nicest area, safest area. It was quiet. It was reserved. It is not like it is.
It still is. No, Bob, really, actually,
It went really
I think
bad.
our Elysian Valley, which is part of Eric Garcetti's council, is the safest neighborhood.
10 or 15 years, like in the 70s maybe.
Yeah.
It was kind of rough. But after that,
You know, let's say 90% of the people here are good, and then you got the 10% that aren't, that like stick out. But
that's true too.
I love this neighborhood. I feel safe here.
you can go anywhere.
Elysian Valley is one of those incredible LA secrets that if you've lived there and have roots there, you've wanted to keep a secret for a long time. And if you've never been, when you discover it, you're amazed to see what sort of a community it is. It's the smallest certified neighborhood council community in all of LA. But for me, it's the perfect mix of LA. It represents kind of an old LA, the river, the bridges, families that are that know one another, and homes that are single-family homes for the most part, detached. But at the same time, some of the old industry is still there too. But it also represents, I think, kind of a brave statement about the future of LA, how we're always churning, always changing, bringing in new people, new ideas, and that we can live together. It's not this new idea that suddenly this diverse city can coexist. Anybody who's lived in Elysian Valley or Frogtown knows that that's the way it's always been. One of my first meetings here was between folks that were trying to do like a nature park there, and the kids finally said, fine, we'll put all the nature you want there as long as we have a skate ramp. We're able to take the land from them and give it to somebody else called Neighborhood Land Trust, and that's who we built the skate park with, and it has been awesome.
I don't know, it's cool we have the skate park. It's like a lot of Silver Lake doesn't have a skate park. It's cool and it's still not like yuppie. I'm hoping eventually it won't end up like that, but right now, yeah, but it's a pretty good like mix of that without being too like trendy.
So it
Can't do that before.
a lot.
Can't do that.
And I'm really glad to see that all of you have had good experiences. So
Well,
Yeah.
there's many
Except-
people working in this community that have a good craving to have a good, safe life here.
Yeah.
And I think within the past couple of years, we've had a really good balance, an ethnic balance in a sense. It's really
great.
changing. We have the artists coming into the area here for some time. We have lofts that are being developed.
Do a lot of different stuff here. The main thing the studio is like a silkscreen studio, but I do like set design and different artist fabrication for different people, and work on motorcycles, and just finished this bicycle today.
Wow, that's
so
great.
I was just trying it out. I could give you a little tour.
It's really kind of an interesting anomaly in Los Angeles. There's people in LA that don't know where Frogtown is. So it's this hidden enclave. And, the fact that at one point it was, residential and industrial, and now you've got this stretch of artists and designers and photographers and architects along this strip. It's this really cool, kind of interesting sort of laboratory, if you will. And that's, yeah, we like the area a lot.
I think it's getting better ever since like the artists started moving in. It's getting better. It's more artsy now, and new families are coming in like with they're starting, couples are coming in with their families. The first place I was graduating from the 6th grade, 1987. And then, so I guess I see people coming back. I think because it's very convenient, like you're near, there's an elementary school to raise up your family. It's very convenient, and then you have all the freeways nearby. Like probably rent is cheaper. Because there's some certain things I used to complain about, like why aren't people fixing their yards? Why is, I go, instead of complaining, might as well do something about it. So I just joined the council.
So that's some of what I found out about Frogtown this summer, a diverse community of neighbors building their own future. Of course, it was just an introduction to Elysian Valley. After all, I didn't see any actual frogs for myself. Maybe next time.